Hey guys, Big Films 39 here with my movie review for Tomorrowland, the latest live action Disney film. And I wasn't originally planning on seeing this movie, but when I saw Avengers Age of Ultron, I saw a new trailer for this that I hadn't seen before. And there was an action scene with George Clooney, and the action looked good. It looked fun. Looked a little suspenseful. The action was cool, so I thought it was worth taking a chance on. Now, the live action Disney films, I haven't been really high on them the last couple of years. The Lone Ranger is really the only one that I liked. I know everyone else hates that one, but Oz the Great and Powerful and the last one, or one that came out last year, Maleficent, I thought both of those movies were really shallow and boring. They felt very generic. I know Into the Woods, that one won some awards. I haven't seen that one yet, and I didn't check out the Cinderella movie, the remake, but I didn't think that looked good from the trailers, but I'll still have to check that one out. But I haven't been too high on the live action Disney movies in the last few years. So Tomorrowland, looked like they were going in a sci-fi direction, looked like it had some action. Director of the last Mission Impossible movie, which was really good, Brad Bird. So I had some hope for this. But from the beginning of the movie, it kind of let me down because they began narrating the movie from a point in the future, and I really hate when movies do that. So at the beginning of the movie, you see George Clooney and the girl played by Britt Robertson. They're narrating basically from a point in the future, and it was really unneeded. The rest of the movie was not told through narration. They never resolve this. They never go back to this scene that they started the movie with, and it was just very unneeded. And then I thought the execution of the storytelling in the opening act of the movie was rather poor. They start off with George Clooney's character when he's a little kid and his experience with Tomorrowland. They give about 15 minutes or so to him, and then they go to Britt Robertson, and both of these storylines feel very different. I couldn't really get a distinct tone of what the movie was trying to go for, because with George Clooney, they had a very traditional, old school feel to it. They were playing that kind of old school ballroom music. And then with Britt Robertson, it was like a modern movie with they had a modern song playing, and I didn't like those two separate storylines. I thought they could have condensed those into one, just choose one character to focus on. I thought it would have been better to just tell the story of the girl, and you can introduce Clooney later. So I didn't like that storytelling element at the beginning of the movie. But the middle act of the movie was really good. This is where it got really creative. You had some really nice action scenes, which I thought were surprising. I did say that I liked the action scene I saw in the trailer, but there was another one that was really good. The guns that they shoot in this movie they look like toy guns you might find in a toy store. They look like kind of space themed guns, and they shoot lasers. But I thought the action was still really fun, and the movie really moved along, I thought, in this middle plot. Although Tomorrowland, you get it in the trailers, and I'm not really going to explain the plot much more than what's in the trailers. This girl finds this pin or this button, and when she touches it, she finds herself in Tomorrowland, in the fields outside of the city. She sees all the buildings and everything. And what I thought was a really weak point of the movie was that they built up this world, this high-tech world, kind of had this fantasy element, and they never really explored it or incorporated it into the story. It was just kind of this big tease, and for most of the movie, that's all that you got from it, and the only way it was part of the story was that, you know, when she touched this button, she went there, but she never really did anything in that world. And it was about 45 minutes into this movie, they don't really explain anything more about the plot, and I just wish they could have gotten to it a little bit sooner. It's kind of a mystery in that sense, what Tomorrowland actually is and what they need to do there. But the middle act was really good, and then the ending was just a huge letdown. All the creativity that you got in the build-up was lost there. The build-up, you know, felt more exciting and more meaningful than the actual climax, and that's never a good thing. It just felt very generic, the ending, and it really kind of put a damper on the movie for me. But Tomorrowland, still entertaining. You know, they try to be really creative here, but I just think when you create this world that you're really selling the movie on, that you're teasing in the trailers, and you create this really intriguing world that you want to be immersed in, to not include that and incorporate that into the story and not explore that, I think is really just a disservice. So I didn't like that. But overall, I thought Tomorrowland was entertaining. You know, the middle act of the movie was really good. There was some nice action scenes. I did appreciate the effort to be creative and innovative, but unfortunately there were some bad storytelling elements here, and the ending was just really poor. So I'm going to give Tomorrowland a B. You know, not a bad movie to check out in the theater, but if you miss it, I don't think you're really missing anything that special. So Tomorrowland gets a B, and I think this is better than, way better than Maleficent, and better than, definitely than Oz the Great and Powerful. So I think it is a good step for the live-action Disney films. I'd just like to see them, you know, really give us a full storyline from beginning to end that you know, feels really epic throughout, and doesn't just kind of fall off a cliff at the end. But thank you guys for watching. That's my review for Tomorrowland. Check out some of my recent reviews. I reviewed Avengers: The Age of Ultron and San Andreas. But take care, guys. Stay tuned to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.